NFL in touchdown receptions.
Well, what a nightcap this could prove to be. The Niners and the Seahawks underway here in the Thanksgiving finale. And no run back on the opening kickoff. It'll come out 2-25. So the Seahawks ready to take over on offense, and it is a first-time Pro Bowler who leads them out, Charles, in his 11th year now, Geno Smith.
Would you say that last week's performance by him, workmanlike in terms of numbers?
1 touchdown, 1 pick, but obviously a loss.
Yeah, and that's the bottom line for him. All he cares about is how do we find a way to win the game. Maybe leans on a few other parts of the offense, and hopefully springs a receiver or two free.
It'll go as a loss of 3 right away, and it's second down. And they'll run. It's Ken Walker. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. He's on his way. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. Kenneth Walker. His 7th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Seahawks need just 2 plays on their opening drive to take the early lead. Extra point up and through by Myers. And that makes the score 7-0. The kick unit for the Seahawks out there on the field, and we are ready to rock. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. So here's the first drive now for the 49ers. Leading them out, someone who took the league by storm last year is the most famous Mr. Irrelevant ever. From Iowa State, it's Brock Purdy.
And he's certainly putting together an MVP-type season, leading the league in both passing yards and touchdown passes. There's not been too many defenses have been able to stop him or even slow him down. So he's got his sights set on another big game right here.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Out of the gun, Purdy. The first catch of the game for George Kittle. And he'll be corralled right around the 34. 15 for the Niners there and a first down. We'll see what kind of mindset they have here offensively after giving up the touchdown on the opening drive.
And based on our time with them, prior to this game, I feel like they've got a good mindset going in. In fact, the discussion that we had with the coaching staff was, we may give up some points in this game, so our offense has to be ready each and every time to either equal or try and get us ahead and try and keep us ahead. This is their chance to respond to that first touchdown given up.
That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially.
This is an offense that's near the bottom.
Pete Carroll, none too pleased with that last call. He's going to throw out the... So the challenge there does not go their way. This will indeed remain a completed pass. On first down, Purdy. And incomplete on the deep ball. So, Charles, you talk about this offense, how well they've played. I mean, the defense, too, really. But they're sitting at 10-0 now on the year. 4-0, 5-0, that's nice. But once you start hitting double digits with these wins and no losses, I think the seriousness of the situation, it just has to ramp up.
Yeah, and when you do say 10-0, it can't scare you as a team. Just think about it this way. For most of the year, they've been playing to win their division and get to the playoffs. Now the playoffs are just about a foregone conclusion. So now they have to down-focus their thoughts about getting home field advantage and finishing unbeaten, and they need to make sure they keep it in that order.
A good pickup there of 22. The opening drive, it continues, Charles, to be all pass, and it's working. Now they're on the doorstep of a touchdown here, 1st and goal.
Brandon, because it's working so well.
And he'll take this into the end zone for a San Francisco touchdown. Christian McCaffrey, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Niners are able to match the opening drive touchdown against them with one of their own. Moody good with the extra point. And we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. Coming out of the end zone, D. Eskridge. And a nice job there on special teams to limit him to inside the 15 as he's dropped it to 14. Seattle's offense coming back onto the field, ready for their second drive. And they come into this one off the loss over the weekend. But you say if you're going to play a Thursday night game, this is the week to do it.
It certainly is, because you get right back out there. You don't have time to dwell on things. And look, your game plan is going to be a little more limited, but so is theirs. So that's when you just appeal to your top players. Guys, you make plays in this one, we out-execute them, we can walk away with a win.
Smith, an incomplete pass on first down. Now it's 2nd and 10. Geno now to throw. Had his hands on it, but dropped it. The rookie making a little bit of a rookie mistake. 3rd down. Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains. Throwing on 3rd down, Smith. And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. It's a gain of 12, first down Seahawks. So, Charles, this defense in for a tough matchup. What do you think the game plan is here tonight?
Well, I think the game plan is the same as most, which is, hey, pass rushers, do your job. Coverage guys, do your job. And the linebackers are going to be a mix. Sometimes they'll drop in coverage. Sometimes they'll pressure the quarterback. But all in all, you never want to let that quarterback get a string of completions going, because if so, they're hard to deal with, and it makes for a long evening.
And down he goes. The 49ers get there. They'll wind up losing 10 on the sack, and it'll lead to a 3rd and long. A shotgun snap for Smith. And pressure coming, and they got him once again. He couldn't get away there on 3rd down. The pressure too much, and he's sacked for a loss of 12.
Now that was a passer's nightmare. The front door totally shut down by the defense, so he kept going backwards, hoping to find another avenue of escape. It didn't exist.
Now here's Michael Dixon. And no room for error here as his first punt comes from deep in his own end zone. And he's able to get it out of there. That'll be a 43-yard punt, just a single yard on the return. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. Out comes Christian McCaffrey with the rest of the offense. Last week, a strong showing, up over 100, also 2 trips to the end zone.
It's the kind of week that if you said, listen, I'll let you have this type of a game each and every week, you'd sign up for it. You wouldn't try and get too greedy. But let's face it, good runners always want to be a little bit more greedy at the end, try and squeeze out every last yard. He's going to try and duplicate that and exceed it in this game.
They start on the ground with McCaffrey. Still going inside the 20. And he's going to get this all the way down to the 2 before he's wrestled out. 55 yards rushing for him now as he has gotten the night off to a hot start. So all the way down close to the goal line. Good blocking up front. Helped to spring it.
When this drive is over, he's got to get to the bench and sing kumbaya with the offensive line, doesn't he? Big time.
And across the chalk into the end zone. It's a 49er touchdown. Christian McCaffrey with career touchdown number 70. And the 49ers have now taken the lead. Moody good with the extra point. And that makes the score 14-7. So following the touchdown, here's Moody back out to send it away. Eskridge going to keep this one in the end zone, and they'll start at the 25-yard line. And the Seahawks get ready to trot out on the field. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders. That
guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. From the gun on 3rd down, Smith. Working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he's finally taken down, and it's a big gain there on what will turn out to be the final play of this first quarter. Second quarter now from Seattle, and it is the Seahawks with the football here. So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 at the 46. A give for Walker running right. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. Sticking with Walker on 2nd down. And this time he's going backwards. So after the no gain on the last attempt, here they get him behind the line. And the Seahawks on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 15. Looking for Lockett, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Deommodore Lenoir. And the Niners are going to take over a couple of yards shy of midfield.
And I think this is a situation where quarterback coach on the sideline is going to talk to a signal caller and say, listen, it's 3rd and long, and it's still early in the game. Let's not force things here. If we don't feel good about it, let's just check something down and pump the football.
And good space to operate there as he takes this down inside the 35-yard line. First play of the drive, a success, 19 yards. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. In motion goes the tight end. Back to the ground on 1st, it's McCaffrey. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on 1st down, that fits the bill.
On 2nd down, McCaffrey. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1. But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
And he's going to get the first down as they bring him down at the 23. Well, they gave themselves options there on the 3rd down play and were able to convert on that RPO.
Shows a lot of trust with the guy taking the snap, doesn't it? Because you're counting on him to make the right reads and give the ball where it's supposed to go. And he did on that play.
And he edges forward, but only gets a pair of yards out of it. And it's 2nd down.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. Was that 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive. And like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it. And a great job there to read that one defensively. They strung him out, would not allow him to cut upfield. We've hit the 2-minute mark in the 2nd quarter, 14-7. Here's play number 7 on the drive. This is 3rd and 7. Up the gut, McCaffrey. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. Now the Seahawks call the 2nd of their 3 timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. And his kick is right there. It's good, and they will move up by 10 now, 17-7. So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach termed his defense, the firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. He'll find Eskridge here complete. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. Smith. And a little floater there, but it'll wind up incomplete, falling to the ground.
Well, this is a half where not just the coverage, but the entire defense is setting the tone in this game.
After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2. Now Geno. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he is going to have a Seahawks first down, and he's going to have it by plenty. Able to get 8 yards there on 3rd and 2. To the air again, Smith. And the Niners get there and bring him down. Sacks a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. To throw is Smith. Completes it to Fant on the right side. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers' 44-yard line. On 1st and 10, Smith. Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. Picked off by Fred Warner down the right sideline. And they will finally bring this run back to an end, but not before he's down inside the 5-yard line at the 4. He had his eyes on the end zone. He got close. At least he set the offense up nicely, but he's probably mad he didn't take that one to pay dirt.
I agree with you, and you know he's going to get teased because he didn't get it all the way into the end zone.
And they will score. It's a 49er touchdown. 2-2 Atwell as the first half is winding down. And the 49ers will extend their lead here just before halftime. A nice throw there by the second-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie, because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to a second and sometimes third progression. That was a nice play.
And the Seahawks offense going to get one final possession in this first half. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. They'll keep it on the ground again here. And the defense obviously expecting run as well, as they're going to shut that one down at the line of scrimmage. Here comes 3rd down at 7. Once again, they'll keep it on the ground. And they're going to take a timeout defensively. So with 4th down coming up, they go ahead and burn it and say we'll see what happens. On 4th down, ready to punt, Michael Dixon. So we've reached past the halfway point of the season and now past the halfway point of this game. We skip halftime and get right back to the action. Set to begin the 3rd quarter. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. From deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. The 49er offense set to go to begin quarter number 3. But Charles, for them, pretty good first half on the ground. They had some success running the ball in quarters 1 and 2, and they've got the lead. Now a chance to expand upon that lead here with their first drive in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, believe it or not, you and I have noticed that this great game of football has shifted towards pass first, run second. So for me, it's really nice to see some of these teams keeping the ground game as a big component of their offense, and it's working pretty well for them now. And let's face it, they can continue to do damage with it. And in addition, it sets up the pass game really well for them, too.
Again, they run. Again, it's McCaffrey. And good running there as he'll take this all the way up to midfield. 120 yards for him on the ground now. He has been a tough man to bring down all night. McCaffrey running up the middle. Knifes his way forward here, but just 3 yards on the play. 2nd down.
Not a huge carry there on 1st down, but not all of them will be. But still, all in all, a positive play for the offense. It's all about picking up at least a few to set up what you're going to do here on 2nd down.
2nd and 7. And Purdy, he's going to shift him around into something else. They run over center with Mitchell. A solid stiff arm. And a good job of finding the open space to run as he's down close to the 30 here. It'll go as a first down for San Francisco on a pickup of 16. And now an audible here into something else. From the shotgun to McCaffrey. He'll be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6. Decided to hand it off that time on the run-pass option.
Appeared to be an easy decision. Just gave it inside. Nice steady gain.
Here now, 2nd and 4. They'll give it up to McCaffrey. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1.
They're putting a spot right now with a convincing lead. I think this is where they put on the boxing gloves, start to try and pound them into submission.
And the offensive line, they've controlled this game. I don't see why that trend would change now. Yeah, they will touch him down, but not before he gets the first. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains. All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. Out of the pistol, McCaffrey. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. Christian McCaffrey. His 3rd touchdown of the game, number 11 on the year. And the 49ers take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. So here's Moody back out there now to send this one away. Eskridge going to keep this one in the end zone, and they'll start at the 25-yard line. Now we'll see what this Seahawks offense has in store with their first possession of the second half. And their halftime hole now even deeper, and they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to it.
Touchdown, Seattle. Ken Walker, his 2nd touchdown of the game and his 9th on the year. And the Seahawks get a bit closer. Geno's going to throw. And he didn't even get a chance to settle in for that drive. A quick strike of 75 yards, and they find the end zone.
Don't you get the sense that film study was behind this one, that they saw something that they thought they could take advantage of? The key is calling it in the right situation, knowing when it exists to go to it. They did exactly that. They've got to feel really good about what they did in advance of this game.
Just looking down at the sideline now, their defense is like, man, can you have strung that out just a few plays? Give us a break. Back out there.
Hey, man, give that water break and get on out there and play.
Purdy going to lead the 49ers to the line, 1st and 10 at their own 18. He'll start by handing this off to McCaffrey. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. 167 yards rushing for him now as his big night continues. Under a minute to go in this 3rd quarter as they come up 1st and 10. They stay on the ground. McCaffrey again. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. Well, thanks for joining us here on a Thursday night in the NFL. 3rd quarter, 2nd and 10 coming up. This is McCaffrey. And getting this just shy of midfield. They'll spot it at the 49. And they're going to hurry back to the line now. On 1st down, this is McCaffrey. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1. Back now in Seattle, Washington. It's 49er football here. They've got the lead as well as we get set to start the 4th and final quarter. This is McCaffrey on the give. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. And they'll send the tight end in motion left. Now a run with McCaffrey. Shreds him with a stiff arm. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. That burst good for 20 and a first down. They'll send the tight end in motion. Here's McCaffrey. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. An ideal spot here to get a first down and try to run some more clock. And this is second and less than a yard. McCaffrey. And across the chalk into the end zone. It's a 49er touchdown. Christian McCaffrey. A 10-yard touchdown run. And the Niners add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week. Moody good with the extra point. And the lead opens up now to 22 points. So after the made field goal by Moody, he's back out to kick this one away. Eskridge going to keep this one in the end zone, and they'll start at the 25-yard line. And out now come the Seahawks. Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
Following the incomplete pass, here they go again. 2nd and 10 from the 25. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
They have to like what they've done defensively here at the outset of this drive. They forced a couple of incomplete passes, bring up a 3rd and 10. Don't be surprised to bring a little pressure on this snap.
And the catch is made here by Tyler Lockett. And he's going to be stopped here a few yards short of the first as the tackle is made at the 33. Returning right back to Lockett. And now this is going to depend on the spot. And they say he's just short. Pete Carroll rolled the dice, but it didn't work out. And the Niners take over in terrific field position. In motion, the tight end. On the ground, McCaffrey. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. 247 yards on the ground for him now as he has gotten better, really, as the night's gone on. 2nd down and right back to McCaffrey. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. They'll try to run with McCaffrey. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. And they'll send the tight end in motion here. McCaffrey is not going to get back to the line of scrimmage as they'll tackle him at the 3. This offense so far on 3rd down, they've been okay. 2 for 3 thus far. They're looking at a 3rd and goal here. On the ground, McCaffrey. And across the goal line into the end zone. Touchdown, 49ers. Christian McCaffrey. A 3-yard touchdown run. And the 49ers have 11-0 in their sights as they add on to their lead. Moody good with the extra point. And that'll push the lead up to 29 now. So following the touchdown, here's Moody back out to send it away. Eskridge going to keep this one in the end zone, and they'll start at the 25-yard line. Seattle again getting ready to take over offensively. Now Smith and the Seahawks going to come up 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Throwing now is Geno. They'll lock it with a grab over the middle. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It'll be a gain of 16 for number 16. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. Now Geno on first down. And this a quick slant to Lockett. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46. This 2nd and 4. Back to throw, Smith. Fighting to stay upright. That's complete to DK Metcalf. And Metcalf going to have the Seahawks first down as he'll get this down to the 47-yard line. Now Smith. Setting up the screen here. This is Walker. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. The Seahawks moving pretty well through the air. Another first down. Throwing again is Smith. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far at 2nd down. Smith, an incomplete pass on first down. Now it's 2nd and 10. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Over the middle, that's caught by Metcalf. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. Now we're going to get a timeout here as it looks like there's a Seahawk injured on the play. Now a chance to make that big play really hurt. It's 1st and goal just outside the 5. Now it's Smith. And he's going to go down. Sacked right around the 17. Not the 1st and goal play they drew up. Multiple defenders in to bring him down to the ground. Now Smith. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Now San Francisco going to call their 2nd timeout. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Under pressure, and they got to him again. And now here comes their final timeout as they take it with 8 ticks remaining. The decision made for them. They've got to go. It's 4th down. Here we go on 4th. Smith. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They can't hook up here on the 4th down pass attempt, and this 10-play drive winds up yielding nothing. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They came into this one with a vision, Charles, and it has played out exactly as they had hoped, if not even better. They've got the huge lead here, and now the football for the final moments of the 4th.
Yeah, and it was apparent that they were the better team, right? We figured that out pretty early. But give them a lot of credit for staying with it. They didn't stumble around out there. They didn't create a lot of errors for themselves because they were the superior team. They took